Good morning. Let us be quiet together for a few moments as we start this morning. Lord, at the start of this day, we call on your name. We call your goodness to mind. We think of your beauty, your providence, your lordship over all and everyone. We really do not know what we would have done if you were not there keeping watch over us during this time. You are watchful, and we thank and praise you for that. Please guide our thoughts as we read together this morning. Amen. Psalm 42 from the Message. The white-tailed deer drinks from the creek. I want to drink God, deep draughts of God. I'm thirsty for God alive. I wonder, will I ever make it, arrive and drink in God's presence? I'm on a diet of tears for breakfast, tears for supper. All day long, people knock at my door, pestering, where is this God of yours? These are the things I go over and over, emptying out the pockets of my life. I was always at the head of the worshipping crowd, right out in front, leading them all, eager to arrive and worship, shouting praises, singing thanksgiving, celebrating all of us God's feast. Why are you down in the dumps, dear soul? Why are you crying the blues? Fix my eyes on God. Soon I'll be praising again. He puts a smile on my face. He is my God. When my soul is in the dumps, I rehearse everything I know of you, from Jordan depths to Hermon heights, including Mount Mizar. Chaos calls to chaos, to the tune of whitewater rapids. Your breaking surf, your thundering breakers, crush and crash me. Then God promises to love me all day, sing songs all through the night. My life is God's prayer. Sometimes I ask God, my rock-solid God, why did you let me down? Why am I walking around in tears, harassed by enemies? They're out for the kill, these tormentors with their obscenities, taunting day after day, where is this God of yours? Why are you down in the dumps, dear soul? Why are you crying the blues? Fix my eyes on God, soon I'll be praising again. He puts a smile on my face. He's my God. Psalm 42 is an expression of longing. If you think about it, much of our life is about longing. Much of what gets us out of bed in the morning is longing. Much of what makes us end up to be down in the dumps is longing. We can describe what kind of longing. The longing for love, the longing for acknowledgement, the longing for peace, the longing for justice, the longing for more fairness, the longing for whatever. Life is about longing. And the psalmist longs for God. He says his soul is hungry. He says his soul is thirsty. Longing, longing, longing for God. Another way to describe this longing is to talk about hunger. And the psalmist says that tears have become his food, that he has kept himself alive on a diet of tears. Karina and I had a brief talk this morning about this, about our struggles in this time, not as two people, but as a collective, as human beings living right now. And some of what we spoke about had to do with the fact that sometimes it's easy to stay in that sad place, that sad space where we live on a diet of tears. Sometimes, after having acknowledged that we are hungry for God, that we are thirsty for God, after we've acknowledged our longing for things to change, for God to show up, sometimes after that, we need to go into another gear. We need to move into another space. And this movement is also evident in the psalm, in Psalm 42. So what does the psalmist then do? He simply goes to the place where he remembers God. You know what I'm going to do right now? I didn't think about this beforehand. I'm going to remember that I am baptized and that you are baptized. This is a drinking glass, and I'm going to take this water. The baptismal bowl isn't here. I'm going to take this water this morning, and I'm going to remember that I am baptized. And I'm going to remind you that you are baptized. Psalm 42's longing is not about baptism, but it's about a diet of tears changing into remembering God. If you read the psalm again, please read the second half of the psalm and see how the psalmist moves his longing from a diet of tears to remembering God. This water, I'm going to make a cross in my other palm. This water reminds me this morning that I am baptized. I would like to urge you, to invite you to take water today and use the water to remind you that your diet of tears can be changed into a remembrance. You see, the baptism is one of the most important realities of your life and my life, of your identity and my identity. The fact that you are baptized is like an anchor. It's like an immovable mountain. It's like the place you can return to, the sure place, the steadfast place that you and I can return to. Please do that today. Choose, perhaps, if you can. If you can't, it's fine. Choose to change your position from this diet of tears to remembering God and His faithfulness and His steadfast love. Let us pray. Lord, you show up even after long periods of absence, because that's how it often feels to us. It feels as if you are absent, and we then become desperate. We become angry, and our longing increases. Then, like the psalmist in Psalm 42, we live on a diet of tears. But then, by your grace, you come and you remind us of who you are. We are turned to you. You turn our gaze back to you. And this morning, you have done it again. We admit that we are struggling. We tend to fall back into deep places of sorrow. And it's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with us when that happens. And even then, perhaps especially then, you understand us. You know what we are going through. For now, this morning, in Psalm 42, we are remembering you. We are remembering our own baptism, whether it happened 84, 48, or 4 years ago. We are baptized children of the living God. So turn our gaze, Lord, from the water of our tears to the water of the baptism. And may we then rejoice in you. Amen. May you have a good day. May your day be meaningful. May it be filled with moments of love and kindness, even times when you feel like you have a bit of control. May God bless us all.